Hey everybody, Lee Wilson, your agent from Teton Medicare. It's an important time of year. I want to touch base with as many of you as I possibly can. Some big changes, you might have heard of some of them, but some big changes to Medicare. We're going to talk today specifically about some changes to your Blue Cross Medicare Advantage plan as well, so you fully understand exactly what's happening and how it affects you. You probably received your annual notice of change in the last couple of weeks. I just wanted to go over that with you to hopefully clarify a few things and make sure that makes sense to you. So as a reminder, the annual enrollment period where we can make changes if we need to goes from October 15th through December 7th. So please reach out to me and my team if we need to review any specifics beyond what this video goes over. So that being said, we're going to talk in this video specifically about the Blue Cross Medicare Advantage Preferred Plan and what's going on there. So real quick, before we get to the specifics of the Blue Cross plan though, Medicare announced here a couple months ago that they're drastically changing some aspects of the prescription drug coverage part of Medicare. So with that, for years, I've been doing this for 15 years. A lot of you have been with me for quite some time, but for 15 years or more, they've had what they call the donut hole or the coverage gap, which if you've experienced it, you probably know what I'm talking about. But to recap really quickly, for years, if you have expensive medications, let's say Eliquis, Xarelto, Farxiga, Jardiance, Ozempic, some of those $600 and $700 and $800 a month drugs, you know if you've used those in the past that at some point during the year, your cost for those prescriptions goes up. It gets really expensive. You might be paying $200 or $300 a month for some of those prescriptions. That's because of the donut hole where your coverage changes. Well, Medicare has announced that for 2025, they are doing away with the donut hole. That's right, it's no longer going to be in existence. It will not affect you. You're not going to see a jump in your costs at the pharmacy for those name brand drugs. That is fantastic news. This is going to benefit a lot of people. So moving forward, your copay for those prescriptions would stay the same year round. But one of the other changes that Medicare made to prescription drug coverage is they're implementing a maximum out-of-pocket of $2,000. So what that means is what your costs are for those prescriptions, plus part of what the insurance pays towards those prescriptions, all count toward $2,000. If and when that $2,000 threshold is met in the calendar year, then you've hit your max. You now have 100% coverage for your prescriptions for the rest of the year. So at some point, if you're taking Eliquis, I know it's very common, or Ozempic or something like that, at some point, not only is it not going to go up in price, it's actually going to go down to a big, beautiful zero copay at some point during the year. So this is fantastic news. Overall, it's going to help save a lot of people a lot of money. Now, with that, because Medicare has implemented those changes, all the insurance companies are having to adjust a few things within their plans. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. On your Blue Cross Preferred Medicare Advantage plan, there are some adjustments. Some things we like, some things we don't love, but we're just going to go over what is what so you understand how that works. First of all, if you saw your annual notice of change, you did see the fact that your Blue Cross premium is going up from $0 to $29 a month. Now we've been able to offer, or Blue Cross has been able to offer these zero premium options for a few years now, but with the changes to the prescription drug coverage and the fact that they're on the hook for more of those costs, they are making some tweaks, and one of those is that $29 premium. Okay. Now, to be clear, if that's going to hurt you in some way, there are still some options out there that we can help you look at that will be zero premium. But this particular plan that you're on right now is going up to $29 a month. Now, as far as paying that $29, if you renew your policy for 2025, Blue Cross will be sending you a form to elect how you want to pay that premium. Of course, that can come out of your Social Security check automatically. That can come out of a checking account automatically. There should also be in that form a phone number that you can just call and tell them that, or you can just fill the form and send it back, whichever is easiest for you. But that will be coming in the mail, so open your mail from Blue Cross for sure, okay? So we have the premium change. Other changes. Some of the copays are going down on the plan. So hospitalization is going down from $325 a day in the hospital to $250 a day. That's a pretty decent drop, right? So $75 less per day in the hospital, which is nice. Outpatient hospital is also dropping by $50, so that is nice as well. Overall, your maximum out of pocket on the medical side of the plan is dropping by $500 from $5,500 to $5,000 even. So far, those are all pretty good changes that we like. Okay. In addition to that, your specialist copay is dropping by $10 from $35 per specialist visit to $25. With the exception of dermatology, dermatology is actually going back to a zero copay. They did that for a year a while ago. They're going to do that again here in 2025. Zero copay for dermatologists specifically. Okay. Your physical therapy is also going to go down. We've been asking for that for years, to be honest with you. Thankfully, physical therapy is going down by $10 from $30 down to a $20 copay for a physical therapist visit. So that's good news. If you're doing a lot of physical therapy, that can certainly help quite a bit. Also dropping is the vision copay. If you go to a VSP, participating provider, for a vision exam, it has been a $20 copay for a long time. It's going to be a zero copay on your Blue Cross plan for 2025. So those are positive changes. A few other tweaks. The over-the-counter benefit, they've offered some kind of an over-the-counter benefit for years. Blue Cross is not continuing that benefit on this particular plan. So again, there will be no over-the-counter benefit on the Blue Cross Preferred Medicare Advantage plan in 2025. On the dental, they're keeping that $2,500 benefit. So as a reminder, you've got $500 for preventive exams, cleanings, and x-rays, zero copay. And right now you have a $2,000 benefit for actual work being done with zero copay as well, which is awesome. They're keeping it at $2,500, which frankly surprised me a little bit. I thought they were going to lower that. They kept it with that high benefit amount, but they are instituting a $300 copay for crowns and implants specifically. Everything else is still covered 100%, but if you go get a crown, you will have a $300 copay, which, relatively speaking, a crown's $1,400, $1,500, $1,600. You pay $300 for it. That's pretty darn reasonable overall. So not terrible, but an increase nonetheless. Okay. Another change is the gym membership benefit. They're still offering it, so that's good news. They're just changing it a little bit. So for years, they have worked with a company called Silver and Fit. They are now changing to a company called Fit On Health. So with that, you'll probably receive some information from Fit On or see some of that information in your Blue Cross material. The way that is going to work, from what they have told us, it's a credit that they give you to use at a gym. There may be a virtual credit card that you get on your phone that you can use to pay for that gym. But we've been told that you can go to both in-network and out-of-network gyms for that benefit. But I do know that most of the gyms that were participating with Silver and Fit will be participating with Fit On Health, including Club Apple in Idaho Falls, Anytime Fitness, and quite a few others. So if you have any questions on that, again, reach out to us, but we can double check that for you. So those are the changes to the Blue Cross Medicare Advantage plan. Again, premium going up, which we don't necessarily love. Some of the copays, though, are coming down, so your benefits are a little bit improved in some of those areas, and a couple little tweaks on the extra bells and whistles. So that is the Blue Cross plan. Now, option one, do nothing. Right? These plans renew automatically. So if you would like to continue to be on this plan, you don't need to do anything. There's no, paperwork, no enrollment form or anything like that. The only form that you need to take care of is that payment election form that Blue Cross will be sending you. And then Blue Cross sends you a new card, which, by the way, the new cards will have a date listed on them. So I know I've had clients come in and they've got 4 or 5 Blue Cross cards. They're not sure which one is the most recent. They're now going to put the date on those cards so you know which one is the most current and up-to-date card. So, but those will be coming to you automatically. Okay. So if you're okay with these changes, if this sounds like a good fit for you for 2025, Again, renewals are automatic. Below this video, in this email, there will be a button to just say, let's just renew. And that will send me an email letting me know that you're happy, the plan's working for you, and that you want to just keep on going. If you have specific questions, if you want to schedule a full review with me over the phone or in person, there'll be a second button to schedule that with me or my staff so that I can visit with you and make sure that you have what you need. So if you have questions on that, please reach out and we'll help however we can. That being said, again, if you don't like these changes, if you don't like that premium going up, again, there are options, a couple of options that are zero premium for 2025 still. Again, slightly different copays, some different differences in the extra benefits and whatnot. But if that's something you want to look at, then we absolutely can. We are an independent broker. I think you all know that, which means I don't work for any one company. We work with all the companies to give you all the options all in one place and give you an unbiased, those options in an unbiased way if we can. So that being said, let me know either way. If you want to renew, great. If you need to review and look at other options, that's fine too, but I need to know either way. So please hit one of those buttons and let me know. Before we close out here, guys, please know this year more than ever before, it seems like there's going to be plenty of nonsense. I warn often as far as misadvertisements, misleading communications going out there. Please be wise and be careful. There will be more agents, some coming from out of state this year, we've heard, knocking on doors and calling and sending you stuff. Be very careful. We have you. We've got you. We'll take care of you. We'll continue to take care of you. If you renew your plan, again, you're taken care of. You don't need to do anything. So you can ignore all the advertisements and all the noise. There will also be some companies, I'm sure, talking about and highlighting specific, very specific little shiny objects in their plans and really pushing it like this is the end-all be-all. Most of the other plans out there, they might have one or two really nice things, but there are other areas in their plans that are lacking. And so I don't want someone to convince you, oh, you should do this based on one specific thing when the rest of the plan might not be great. So we look at the whole picture. So if you have questions, if you get a piece of mail you're wondering about, or you see an ad, you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, call us. We will help you understand what is real, what you're eligible for, and what makes sense for you. So if you have any questions on these Medicare options or the other options that we offer in regards to, again, life insurance, we'll offer all kinds of different life insurance. We offer retirement savings, annuities, and those types of things as well. Cancer plans. We're enrolling a lot of people in cancer plans that pay you a lump sum of cash, heaven forbid, if you're diagnosed with cancer. So let us know how we can help you. But I wanted to spend a few minutes with you on this video and at least give you a good breakdown and review your Medicare Advantage plan from Blue Cross for 2025. So click one of those two buttons. Let me know if you want to renew or if you want to review other options or have specific questions about this plan, and we'll take care of you from there. I hope you guys are doing well. Please stay healthy, and one way or another, I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.